Hey there, good people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time is like 15 minutes past midnight, and I'm doing a couple of episodes for you. This second episode, I'm going to do a list. It's a big list. Year is ending. December is here, almost ending also. The year went by very quickly. And finally, winter started in Bangladesh. We're seeing some 15 to 16 degrees in our city. So we can actually, wear our hoodies and jackets outside. And I bought quite a few fragrances this year. You guys know I do that to create content just like many other reviewers, but I don't usually buy, or I cannot always find all the latest releases. So I cannot actually do 2024 release top 10. Okay, I don't have that many fragrances. But what I do is I have different segment: Middle Eastern, budget, and then mid tier, designer, few niche. So I would like to do few lists, like you. This is the first of them, I guess, of overall. So 12 months, whatever I bought, unless I buy in next 20 days or whatever remaining days. How many days are left? Like 18 days left, like that, yeah. So 18, 19 days. If unless I buy like a masterpiece or hidden gem, that would be a revolution, but highly unlikely. But anyway, so these are fragrances I bought this year and from different price bracket, and I would like to rank them. 15 fragrances. I think I got 4, 8, yeah, 15, and some of them may not be agreeable with you because some of you may feel like other fragrances are better or some fragrances are missing. So few things out of the way, I bought many more than this. Some of them I sold off, okay, because I cannot possibly keep everything. I'm running out of space and I don't want to keep everything in my collection. So you'll see some of them are missing. So here we go, and this is just my taste. You feel differently, I totally respect you. Okay, number 15, Eros Energy. I actually reviewed this on the very same night I put it up for sale. It's one of the most expensive designer fragrances at this moment currently, and I think it's well over $100. Okay, and that is very painful to pay that. And there's another one called Najim or Najim. I forgot the name. What was the latest one with this color bottle, this amber color bottle? I don't know. I haven't tried that, but this thing is very citrusy. Apart from the price tag, this is a decent fragrance. Many of you didn't like the fact that I gave it 6.5 or something because how expensive this was and lack of creativity. So I got this fragrance, I think earlier this month. And the citruses in this are all the possible citrus you can find in a designer perfume. Definitely, I give kudos. It smells a lot like Aventus cologne, but designer take on that, missing that apple note. So this is high on like mandarin oranges, lemon, lime, all the fresh cut citruses, and followed by vanilla and some of the other notes. But the top heavy is what this fragrance is all about. In summer, it's going to be a great fragrance, and the thing is, longevity of this stuff is very, very impressive. So you can wear this even in winter, early days of winter. But today I keep it in spot 15 because it did not offer anything more than a Mont Blanc Explorer would give. Obviously better quality, but I smelled this before, so that's why it's in number 15. Versace Eros Energy. Number 14, I'm going to go with this one. This is a very nice perfume, by the way, but I made the list today. So this is Herrera Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir, I think. The names, this is the downside of too many flankers. The names are getting longer, like Stronger With You, Eternally, blah, blah, so these things. So previously, every single fragrance had its own identity, like Boss Bottled, Armani Code, 1 million, Ultra Male. So I could remember all those, but now it's very difficult to remember. So I'll write down, don't worry about it. It's got this blue and black bottle. This is on the flankers. I also bought, I think, Elixir. I got Cobalt. I got Parfum. And I think I got Superstar, a few of the other ones, the Golden Fantasy. So I bought quite a few from this line. Only one is missing, which I did not buy. I forgot which that was. One of the limited ones. But this smells very pleasant. This one mixes Invictus Elixir with the Bad Boy Cobalt DNA, which is a great freshy, long lasting. So this is also very long lasting. It leans towards like a sweet, fresh territory, and it's a very pleasant perfume. I think this one will do very good at night time in winter time, and I think this is a great fragrance for winter evenings, nights, even daytime if it's a little bit cold. I think this is one of the better releases. I really like this Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir, I guess. That's number 14. Next one is going to be I have three fragrances like similarly themed, three fragrances, but they are here. Next one is going to be this is Paco Rabanne Phantom Intense, I think. Yeah, that's the name. So I got original Phantom, and I did review the Phantom, that matte black bottle. It's somewhere there. Yeah, I think Phantom Parfum, and then they had a like a limited edition version, like a, I don't remember the name, but it was like almost same with the original. But this thing came out recently this year, and when it was out, I didn't get any discount whatsoever. I paid full retail, also expensive, $100 plus. This also does the same thing as the Bad Boy, but I prefer this DNA because it gives a little bit more, smell wise. I prefer this a little bit more than Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. But the performance wise, the Bad Boy lasts longer. So it's not about longevity or anything. It's just personal preference for the smell. The bottle is not everybody's favorite, but I enjoy it. Both of these and the Bad Boy, they have this built-in atomizer. This smells fantastic. This smells like a mix of the original Parfum and also again something blue, fresh from like Invictus Elixir a little bit. But this is a very nice perfume. This is really pushing a lot. It smells like candy, lemon, citruses. It's a very nice perfume, to be honest. And people who are not complex, they'll like it. This is Paco Rabanne Phantom Intense, I think. I'll write down the name if I'm wrong, okay, with the name. Next one is weaker than the first three. The first three were like the last three that I mentioned just now. They are very good performer. This sometimes is spotty, and definitely one of the best looking bottles I bought this year is Dolce & Gabbana, the one, and I think this is a Gold Fantasy or something. I forgot the name. I'll write down. See, I do not prepare. I should prepare notes. Anyway, gold for men, I guess. Okay, so very bling bling, very fingerprint magnet, gets dirty very easily, and this is like a gold bar. I did have Bad Boy Superstars in gold, 1 million absolutely in gold, and then a few of the other bottles, they also have this gold paint. Very beautiful looking bottle, and I really like the way this smells. This one I think has a blood orange, like a fruity, citrusy, like orangey opening, which is very lovely. I love the opening of this perfume. And this one, actually, when it's a little bit cool breezy in the daytime, in winter, it projects really nicely. So for the scent profile, just for the smell, this is not a long-lasting fragrance. This one lasts about 5 to 6 hours. But the scent profile of this works just like how La Nuit de l'Homme used to be. Sexy, sweet, appealing. And for dating scenario, close encounters, this is a great fragrance, okay? And I really like this. Dolce & Gabbana, the one, gold edition or gold fantasy, whatever. So next one I like a lot, but it's a little bit redundant if you have the original and the rest of the flankers. This is one of the best Kenzo or best designer releases this year. This is called Kenzo Homme Santal Marin or Marin. A little bit of a darkness given to the bottle compared to the original. I do prefer the Marin over this for daytime. This is good for evening. So if you already smell the whole line, this will not come off anything as new. This one gives me smoke. This one gives me like a dark oceanic feel, a little bit of a leathery texture, smokiness, and then it gives you like a EDP, EDT Intense, and Marine all mixed together with very good performance. I think in winter you get very good performance, but it's not as beastly as EDT Intense or EDP. Keep it in mind. But really, the composition wise, very beautiful. I mean, don't buy Bloody Chanel, a Parfum EDP. I mean, this kind of fragrances much more value, 110 ml or whatever, the bottle size bigger, and then it lasts so much more than that. Just so much more interesting fragrance. If you like Bulgari Aqua and then Bloody Chanel, if you mix those, or Aquamarine, you're gonna get something like it. Very good, classy fragrance. Okay, for colder months. So if it's a little bit cold, hoodie time, leather jacket time, try this Kenzo Homme Santal Marine. A little bit of sandalwood in there as well. So next one is perhaps the biggest surprise. The video might run a little bit long because there are 15 perfumes and I'm trying to speak slow so we can understand. This one is the cheapest fragrance in this list. I bought this year. I actually set up this list and I forgot about this one. I bought a few more cheaper ones, but suddenly I remember I gave something 10 out of 10. What was the fragrance? Then I realized it was this perfume that I bought maybe last month or last month, which is this one, this green little bottle. What is this? This one you haven't seen before. This is Pino Silvestre, okay? And you also get 120 ml in there. And this is a newer style bottle, okay? The older style bottle used to have this built-in atomizer, which this one doesn't have. This one comes with a cap. This literally is on the best green, natural forest, piney smell that you can get. Pine cone, like this kind of pine cone shape they made the bottle. I love the way this bottle looks. You can say whatever, if you look at the bottle, it will remind you of Christmas, right? And I love that about this. It's Christmassy. It's like polo green, these Paco Rabanne Puram, all in the same family. Aspen by Coty. And the thing is, it lasts very decent time on me, and I love the way this makes you feel. This is such a timeless classic, like cool waters are. Okay, it's just a beautiful perfume, beautiful composition. Check out my review, then you'll understand. It's a bit mature perfume, but I think in my world, this is one of the best buys this year, and it did not cost me so much money. I highly urge you to check it. This is called Pino Silvestre, one of the classic fragrance of all time. And some people call this the best perfume of all time, and I definitely respect that. Next one, lost track already where I am. Next one is this fragrance, also one of the most expensive fragrances. Man, you know, like if I did not have to buy all this, I didn't have to buy them, but because I pre-ordered or sometimes I couldn't hold the temptation, and I ended up buying it. This is one of the best releases this year, no doubt about it. Performance I'm getting okay in colder months, but it's not 10. But this is called Victor and Rolls Spicebomb Dark Leather. This definitely in many people's high up in the list. This one they get the Spicebomb Extreme, a little bit of original Spicebomb, the pepper, pink pepper, a little bit of that smoky tobacco, as well as the dark leather tone, which makes this fragrance a little bit different. But I did say this one had so much potential, so much more potential. This one could have been a beast mode fragrance, could have been so much more interesting with that leather. They could have added like an incense note in there, make it super duper awesome. But this one falls short when it comes to comparison to Extreme. Extreme I prefer over this, okay? But still a very good fragrance. Last morning I poured this for morning walk. Really good fragrance, and one of the better buys this year, okay? So let me take a little bit break for water, then we'll continue again. All right, so yeah, some water break was done because it's needed. So next one I'm going to go is one of the Polo fragrances. I got two Polo in this list, and this is one of them. This is Ralph Lauren Polo Blue Parfum. Okay, many of you will bash me saying that this is one of the weakest juice here, and I understand. Okay, I'm not here to make it the longest lasting list. This one is for smell. I do love Polo Blue. My signature scent is Polo Blue for summer. That started my journey. This one is just a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more dark, and they gave it more modern edge to it. And I think there's a leather note to it. Very beautiful fragrance. I actually enjoy this blue fragrance in winter. If you do enjoy Dylan Blue, this is more mature than those DNA. And I would say in my world, this is definitely one of the best buys, Polo Blue Parfum. Check it out. Check out my review. So we have about, I think, 7 left. Next one. This is one of the most expensive also, $150 to $160 I spent. And this is very hard to find. This is a discontinued gem, which is called Jean Paul Gaultier Kokorico. One of the finest bottles designs ever. From this side, it does look like Lamal or Ultra Male, and this side is the head. Whoever designed it deserves a 10. But the fragrance itself is, it gets comparison to Liege L'Instant de Guerlain by Guerlain. I can see that, but this one is a little bit more youthful, or you can say wearable, or less serious version of that. The cacao definitely is there, a little bit of a patchouli, I think, and it's nice. There's a sometimes it feels like it's not for everybody's taste, but it's good. It's a good fragrance for winter days. If you want to wear something for just for yourself as a signature scent, I think Kokorico is one of them. I really want to try the other one, which is called, I think, the Midnight or the red bottle. I forgot the name. Anyway, so Kokorico definitely recent buy, but I really treasured this. One of the most expensive ones, but also a great fragrance, but not blind buy worthy. Next ones are all new buy. The rest of them are not old fragrances. Let's go one by one. Yeah, this is Invictus Parfum or Parfum. Paco Rabanne Invictus Parfum usually is my top 2, top 3 spots. Why is this so low here? Because when I show you the next 5, they may not, some of them may not have this performance. This is an insanely good performer. Okay, it's a dumb rich with the golden and this new looking Invictus bottle. Very nice. This is a more modern take on Invictus Legend. Okay, and this fragrance smells citrusy, summery, marine, blue, all at the same time, and also a little bit sophisticated, but again, great for all year round. One fragrance does all, that sort of a thing, and definitely is one of the best performers in this list. So you can give it a try, but wait for the prices to go down. Invictus Parfum. I think maybe I'm getting some names wrong. Hard to remember. Top 5. Here you go. Big names. Okay. Let's go. Boss. Hugo Boss bottled Triumph Elixir. Okay. I did say yesterday when I was reviewing which was the Absolu, I did say this is one of the best I bought this year, and only remaining from this line is the Elixir, okay, not the Victory of Triumph Elixir. The Elixir I smelled, it's fabulous, but this is also not bad. This is playing like borderline niche quality, dark, this is very much like a bad boy, leather, smoky, woody, like, if you want to go watch like Friday the 13th, okay, late night, midnight show, or Jason, Freddy versus Jason, this is kind of fragrance you like to wear. Excellent fragrance. I mean, like, this is a different league. Most of you agreed. They said like this is really really good, and I definitely agree. So Boss Bottle Triumph Elixir, definitely number 5, one of the best buys. Number 4 is, if this was an easy list, this could be easily number 1. This is called Polo, the second Polo Oud, and this fragrance I reviewed once from someone's bottle, one of my brothers, and this year I bought it. And this thing usually sells for 150. Now the price are more like $85. Excellent hidden gem fragrance. Nobody's talking about it except I think Sebastian Zara talked about it. This is not as sweet as the Supreme Oud, okay, which was the previous release, and they replaced that with this, okay. Two different fragrances, both are worth owning, but Supreme Oud and Supreme Leather, Supreme Cashmere, all these are very hard to find. This thing, check it out. If you like it, buy it now, because this is another, like, Boss Bottle has this new, better longevity wise, better, composition wise, better fragrances. This is one of the better releases, I think, if not the best, one of the better releases from House of Polo. Ralph Lauren Polo Oud, okay, this is one of the best fragrance, hidden gem. I'm telling you, when you smell this at first, you do not get like wow, but once you keep wearing it, you see the dry down gives you a little bit of an OG polo green as well. So that's what is good about it. Nice little woody, spicy, masculine perfume. Number 4, Polo Oud. Number 3, eesh. Should I do this? Should I switch it up? Because now I look at this list. Okay, I'll switch up a little bit. Okay, I changed number 3 and number 2. Should I? No, that would be too much. Okay, number 3, Armani Code Parfum. Okay, this was in number 2 spot. I swapped it with number 3. Okay, I did tell you this is the best version of Armani Code. I tried almost all Armani codes, and trust me, Armani Code is a great line, but the OG is reincarnated, and the best possible way with the added iris is this one. Very expensive once again with that magnetic cap. Really, really nice bottle. But out of all, EDP, EDT, Absolu, Profumo, whatever, buy this. Okay, if you want to buy one code which smells great, longevity wise great, and it's a sophisticated, high class smelling perfume, this is it. One of the best buy for me this year, and I have no regret paying that money for this Armani Code Parfum. Number 2 and number 1. When I look at them, because number 1 is my sweetheart. This year, I did say this is my best fragrance, best smelling, most favorite perfume. But right now, it's battling with number 2. And number 2 is so much more stronger performer than number 1. And I'm looking and I'm like thinking, should I do it? And I'm like, no, I'm going to keep number 1 as number 1. And I'll tell you why. Number 2 is this one, which could have been number 1 today, the best buy this year. But I kept number 1 as number 1. This is the other Hugo Boss bottle, Absolu. Yes, this is a compliment beast. This is a beastly performer. This is one of the best, that niche style designer fragrance this year that I smelled. Man, whatever they put in this, Enic Menardo and the other perfumer, man, yeah, it does remind me of Carlisle. It does remind me of Red Tobacco, but a better version of both of those, okay? The sweetness from this, I wore this once, I forgot. Someone asked me, I couldn't tell what I was wearing. They said, I smell amazing. I sprayed 6 times though, okay? Colder months, this is the best fragrance you can get right now, okay? Colder months. Performance wise, there's just no weakness in this, but you have to try this before you buy it, because it's just cold weather friendly. I don't know how this is going to behave in warmer setup. I think it's mostly a colder month fragrance. And I think Boss Bottle Absolute, there's another one called Absolute. Don't buy that, buy this, okay? This is a 10 out of 10. This is $100 plus as a tester. So yeah, you heard that right. Still worth it. Why? Because I like it. I said so. That's not right. But anyway, let's show you number 1. After all the big talk, all the big debate, and so much drama, is this one, Brioni for Men EDP Intense. When I got this fragrance, I'll tell you, scent profile wise, performance wise, perhaps the Boss Bottle smell more niche than this, but the time span I spent with this is my second bottle. I reviewed, I used, I decanted. I know this fragrance sometimes spilled on my finger, so I know this smells so well. And it is a mysterious fragrance. You almost go like, ah, this smells like, oh no, not quite. You just almost remind of something, but it's not quite. So, if you compare this with Boss Bottled, like maybe Leighton, this one is so much more interesting than those DNA. Okay. And I'm having a hard time finding this bottle again now at a decent price. Now these are $100 plus because of the demand. This is my best fragrance this year. Yeah, I'm gonna say, because it's like having two wives. Let's go Muslim way, you allowed to have four wives, and then you choose your personal favorite. Number one, number two, number three, number four. Which one you like more? The youngest one, obviously, because she's young. But anyway, sometimes men are, like that. But out of these two, I'll tell you, out of these two, without being biased, I would say this is number one. Okay, every way, performance, price, everything way. Out of these two, this is better performer. So maybe it's a winner. But then Jeremy made that video. He switched CH Man with one of the fragrance I remember, Alirum Sport or Extreme, one of them, and then he made number three, number two, something like that, right? So sometimes there are fragrances which are personal sentiments. This is what this one gave to me, and also magnetic cap. All these things are there, but when I smell it, that DNA, it is the champion this year. Okay, unless I find something incredibly better than this, which I doubt I will this year, this remains my number one. So Brioni for Men EDP Intense is my number one designer purchase. I think so. It's a designer, yeah. This year, 2024. Hopefully, I did not waste so much of your time. I did actually, but hopefully you try out these fragrances. I'll write down the names, okay? And do let me know what are the fragrances you like. I sold off my Phantasm, which I had. I had few more, but then again, you are gonna let some of them go. Okay, so have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and keep me in your prayers. I will try to review and upload every day as long as I'm good. Signing out. That's all I have for the night. Bye bye.